When Cristiano Ronaldo rejoined Manchester United in the summer of 2021, it was hailed in many quarters as the signing that would transform United from pretenders to contenders. And it was also seen as the homecoming of the prodigal son who had, of course, enhanced his reputation and won many laurels during his time away from United. Amazingly then, that less than just a year later on, the marriage almost came to an end, thanks to Ronaldo pushing very hard to actually leave the club, yet being unable to do so, not because United were not willing to sell him, but because no one was willing to buy him. So how exactly does it come to this? How does a multi-time Ballon d'Or winner be rejected by all of Europe's top clubs, not just on financial grounds, but also on the fact that his style of play just isn't conducive to the modern football style anymore? Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Today. My name is Shane Reyes and today we are going to be talking about this man, Cristiano Ronaldo, and how, despite trying to engineer a transfer throughout this summer, he's now set to stay in Manchester United and, shock horror, play in the Europa League, a league that he thought was beneath him, which is the reason why he wanted to leave Manchester United to begin with. So how exactly did things get so sour? Well, it wasn't always this bad, and I can tell you this because I remember the uproar that came about when he first signed for United. The summer of 2021 was dominated by two major factors. The fact, of course, that Lionel Messi left Barcelona to join PSG, and the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo was on his way out from Juventus and going to Manchester, but not to Manchester United. No. He was set to join the blue side of Manchester because he had been linked very strongly with the move to Manchester City. Yes, yet despite the fact that there was keen interest from City's side, that clearly spooked United a lot for the very simple fact that they ended up hijacking the deal and bringing Ronaldo home, back to Old Trafford. The signing, as I said, was hailed as something of a transformative signing, one that could instantly propel United to another league title, something that they haven't actually won since 2013. And the start of it was very, very good. Remember, in his re-debut, he scored a brace against Newcastle United, and United actually ended up making a very formidable start to the campaign, and Ronaldo was front and center of that. However, things soon started to unravel, and that is exactly when it occurred to Ronaldo just the level of problems that he had walked into at a United side that was dysfunctional both on and off the field. The problems with United in the beginning parts of 2021-22 have been well documented at this point. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side started to lose a lot of big matches by very, very big margins. Remember, they got hammered by Liverpool, they got hammered by City, and many times this happened at home. So it was far from ideal. There were news reports that, of course, the players had lost faith in the manager, and eventually the dreaded moment came. Solskjaer was given the boot, and in came interim manager Ralf Rangnick. Now, Rangnick was seen in many quarters as someone who, is the godfather of modern football because he was the one who pioneered the gegenpressing or the counter-pressing that is so commonly used by all of Europe's top teams today. However, there was just one small problem with him adopting that particular philosophy at Manchester United, and that was, of course, the presence of this man, Ronaldo. Well, Ronaldo might get you a lot of goals, but he's never exactly been someone who put in the defensive yards, neither during his time at Manchester United, not Real Madrid, and not even at Juventus. So taking a manager who is, of course, known for getting his players to work very hard and putting him with a luxury signing like Ronaldo was always going to be a disaster, and that's exactly how it proved. Now, again, it is worth noting that during this point, Ronaldo did in fact continue to score goals at a very high level. Remember, he scored 24 goals across competitions last season and 18 in the Premier League, where he finished joint top goal scorer. So it's not as if his goals were really the problem, but his all-round play or rather the lack of it, as well as the fact that he was quite clearly unhappy behind the scenes at the fact that United was so poorly run, ended up culminating in, a lot of problems and a lot of negative news stories coming out. And then, to make things worse, with no warning, towards the end or towards the part when pre-season for the 2022-23 season was about to begin, news reports said that Ronaldo wanted out. And that was exactly at the moment people knew that the dream story could possibly come to an end. Or could it? For, you see, whilst Ronaldo's camp, and especially his agent Jorge Mendes, made it very clear that Ronaldo would leave United if a suitable offer was made, one of the major problems was that there was no suitable offer actually made. Chelsea, who had recently been brought off by, of course, the Todd Bowley-led consortium, was seriously interested at one point, but eventually backed off once manager Thomas Tuchel made it clear that Ronaldo would not want to be fitting in with the style of play that he was trying to play. He was then offered to PSG, who turned him down because, get this, they actually realized they have far too many luxury forwards. So, good bit of self-awareness there, but not ideal for Ronaldo because, again, he had nowhere to go. He was also offered to Napoli, but Napoli realized that they couldn't possibly make it work financially. He was also offered to his other main home club, that is, of course, Sporting Club de Portugal in Portugal. That didn't work out eventually either. Primarily, I'm suspecting due to finances, because remember, Sporting are in the Champions League, and the reason Ronaldo actually wanted to leave was because he wanted to be competing in the Champions League and potentially add another winner's medal to his already impressive trophy captain. Now, the main problem was that, as I said, there was no bid forthcoming. So, Ronaldo, who still has 1 year left on his deal, has in fact chosen to stay at United, or rather has been forced to choose to stay because it was quite clear that he wanted out. And obviously, people would be asking why. Why is it that you wouldn't want someone whom many consider to be the greatest footballer of all time? Someone who's won multiple Ballon d'Ors, multiple trophies. He's done everything that can be done in the game of football. And yet no top club wanted him. The simple fact is that there was three major factors when it comes to clubs not looking to sign Ronaldo. One was, of course, his age. And yes, we know for a fact that Ronaldo is a fitness freak, and the kind of fitness levels he has are not normal, especially for someone of his age. But it's very hard to convince any club to part for significant money to sign someone who will only be around for maybe a couple of years at best. The other factor is, of course, his style of play. Ronaldo, when he's playing in a particular team, the team has to revolve around him. That has been true when he was playing at United the first time around, when he was playing in Real Madrid, when he was playing in Juventus, and even during his second stint at Manchester United. So it does become a lot of a problem for other attackers, because rather than actually having a multi-pronged attack, now everything goes through Ronaldo. The third major factor, of course, is the fact that his lack of defensive actions can't really be covered up that much anymore. Now look, let's be fair, Ronaldo was never someone who was a pressing monster or someone who looked to track back with great eagerness. But the fact of the matter is he does so even less now, considering he knows that he will want to be preserving his energy for when he can be at his most lethal, and that is, of course, in front of goal. The problem, however, is that modern football requires a collective approach when it comes to both attacking and defending, making it very hard to accommodate an individual like Cristiano. Even though we know for a fact that he's an all-time great, most clubs are realizing that there's no way to actually accommodate Ronaldo and still play like a fully functional team. Real Madrid could do it because they had a midfield which was very, very solid. Juventus struggled with it. In fact, so did their other attackers. And now United have struggled with it as well. The end result from all this, of course, is that Ronaldo will have to stay at United for at least another season, because remember, he signed a 2-year deal, so he's going to be seeing out his contract at least this year. Maybe once he's a free agent next season, clubs might be interested. But the simple fact of the matter is, it's very surreal to see a player who many consider a shoo-in for the greatest of all-time conversation be rejected by top clubs across Europe, mainly because of what he doesn't do rather than what he does do. For Ronaldo, it was a rude wake-up call for sure, but the best thing that he can do now is, of course, focus on the fact that he will see out this season at United as professionally as he can without kicking up too much of a fuss, and by actually showing people that he could still perform at an elite level, and maybe increasing his chances of someone signing him once he's a free agent come the end of the 2023 season. Now, what do you guys think? Should other clubs have made offers for United, or were clubs right to not actually look to invest in an aging star? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to shower your love by liking the video, sharing it with your friends, leaving us a comment, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, tapping the bell icon so you're notified when we're going live or uploading a new video for you guys. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Last but not least, don't forget to download the AajTak app for all the latest breaking sports news updates from around the world. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, I've been Shane Dias. I've been glad you've joined me, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now.